the girls are playing for $9,000 for the winner, and just a little more than half for the loser. There you have Mr. Wong, chair umpire. So, SunYu of China with a winning the belt in the 1 meet earlier. Left is long by SunYu, and we have seen that a lot from this end of the court. Maybe just a slight drift coming from nearest the camera. So SunYu is going to need to adjust that real quickly. Beautiful backhand there from Busanan, and she's coming into the court completely focused again, just like yesterday. It's interesting to see whether if the reason between these two girls' difference in trajectory in terms of the senior ranking is the fact that it's so difficult, so very difficult for SunYu to even get an opportunity to play at the senior level, being there's so many good players in China. I think perhaps the Thai girls are finding it much easier for them to be picked to play in the bigger tournaments, as Thailand has a lot less elite badminton players than China. So I think perhaps this match is pretty even in terms of its setup. Or perhaps Busanan has really lifted her game over the last year or so compared to her Chinese opponent. She certainly has got off to the better start here. Busanan is going to really need to stay close here with the Thai early on to get the local crowd behind her. So back in this summer at the Thailand Open, in fact, it was when SunYu beat Busanan. She beat her 21-12, 21-19, and there's no doubt that Busanan remembers that encounter very well. And so it's going to be interesting to see who has learned the most from that first encounter in Thailand. SunYu really outsmashed Busanan from the back of the court with 14 smash winners, and that really was the telling difference between the two players then. Perhaps the taller player with the longer levers is always going to be favored in the smash department. And, maybe Busanan is coming into today's match with a game plan to try to keep the shuttle flat across the net and not give Sun too many opportunities to smash. But it's a very even affair at this stage. exquisite backhand drop. And SunYu just having a quick look back to her coach, because Busanan now is really stretching the lead a little bit here. Strong shot there from SunYu. This is where she can really cause damage. And, just looking at the two girls, she really is quite a bit taller than her tiny opponent. Busanan, of course, just 16 years of age, but SunYu still a teenager. So this is really a matchup of the future. SunYu really trying not to give up any space there in the front court, standing right on the tee, but despite having to work extra hard there, Busanan in picture, she still managed to get the point, and just nice to see the fact that she just make the Thai greeting to the service judge when she gets the new shuttle as well. It's a very polite girl there from Thailand. I feel that this stage of this match is very important. None of the girls really able to pull away. Exquisite from the Thai girl. You're not quite able to respond to that fine net play from Busanan. Busanan again almost emotionless throughout this game, just like we saw yesterday. I'm surprised that Busanan still goes with the high serve on the on her serve, because it's surely would be in her advantage to keep the relish low, because it's the Chinese girl that has advantage in terms of height and reach, and I would think that Busanan would try to keep the serve perhaps lower. So Busanan takes the lead into the interval.
20 seconds. 20 seconds. 11, 9, play.
And as you can hear, the crowd is really getting into this match right now, because that was badminton at its finest level. For so long it looked like Busanan was out of the point, kept coming back with absolutely stunning shots, but finally Yusun able to break down the tie. Tai shown fine skills, particularly at the net, but that last one not able to recover. And maybe Yusun has found the recipe to break down the tie. Yeah, perhaps it's stretching Busanan, and you taking advantage of her longer reach that is going to win this match for Yusun. She certainly has some momentum now, and she would remember how she beat the tie on her home court back this summer. Well, it was a close call. And the first time really we see Busanan not quite having the patience here. Probably just was out by a whisker. Yusun start being told by the referee, I'm not quite sure what he was reminding her about. Now the deceptions from Busanan not quite working, and I think we're starting to see a chink in the armor of Busanan. She has not been in this position this week so far, and she is not in control of the rallies at the moment. So the winners now starting to flow off the record of Yusun. And the lower ranked player, who isn't even seeded for this tournament, is probably starting to feel very confident that she can win this match. Not even a celebration when she wins the point from Busanan. Very expressionless on the court, in regardless whether if she wins or loses the point. You can just see there her Thai coach is talking to her constantly. There's two of them, and she's getting a lot of instructions from the side. I think the advantage in reach is really telling at the moment. Busanan having to take one or two more steps on most of the shots than her Chinese opponent. So if Busanan is not dictating the rallies, she really are having to cover a lot of distance. Busanan playing very, very high up in the court, just not ceding any space at all on the front court for Busanan, and Busanan not able to push her back. I think she's gonna have to employ some more deep, high clears. The short serve, I think that's a wise decision. Busanan fully aware of that Busanan is playing majority of her shots short. And the Thai girl, I think, is going to need to mix up her play a little bit more. Too predictable at the moment from Busanan. Here better getting a little bit of depth into the shots. And the high-flying junior player from Thailand has now pulled even as we're coming down to the business end of this first game. Oh, and really bad error there from Busanan. So now Busanan has changed the strategy and gone with the short serve, which was so obviously what was needed against a much taller and powerful opponent. Has now pulled ahead. Clean winner from Busanan. Busanan trying to find a weakness, an opening, but at the end it's the tall Chinese girl that punishes. Short clear. And a lot of instructions coming in to Busanan right now. Can't give Busanan anything easy to hit on. We're now into the 18th minute in this women's singles final. And Busanan was always coming second in that particular rally. Gonna have to find a way to push Busanan back into the court. She's got the better end with no drift behind Busanan. She should be able to find the back end of the court with some high deep clears. So this could be the decisive move by Busanan of China, smelling victory here in the first game. She hasn't lost a game yet so far to Busanan of Thailand. Could be Chinese victory here on the cards in the women's singles. Again, the clear, too low, too short from Busanan. He gets punished immediately by Busanan. Not even having to really move for that shot. He's going to put those ones away the whole day.
It's over. 18
Busanan is not really getting much easy points, having to work very hard for everything she gets. Busanan is just crowding the front court. This time though, Busanan able to return everything that was thrown at her. But she's having to play her shots so finely with so little margin of error. She's probably hit more net rollers today than I've seen any player have in an entire match. And this is just in the first game. Having to play so close to the net all the time. Out of position, Busanan. And the long reads from Yusun telling right there, setting up game point. So the hard work in Busanan at the end may have to concede this first game. Game point here for Yusun, and look to her to try to make a high serve here, lining up for the high deep serve. And symbol at the end, 21-19 for Yusun of China in the first game against Busanan of Thailand.